This is Kilo, and today I just wanted to take some time to make a couple of announcements, and I have a couple of things to say. So, number one, we hit our 250 subscriber mark, which is amazing to me, and I wanted to thank you guys again for supporting the channel. It's still amazing that we ever made it past 5 subscribers, so the fact that we're at 250 now is just incredible. I still can't believe it. So thank you guys. I know that I promised a sneak peek at the prize for the 300 subscriber giveaway once we hit 250. Now, due to some issues going on right now, FedEx is late with that package, as they are with a few packages I've ordered. So I do live in California where we're dealing with a lot of fires, as is a lot of the West Coast and the western states in North America. So I don't know if that's playing a factor, but I was expecting the package Thursday of last week and it's Sunday today. So they're going to let me know tomorrow what's going on with that. The second it gets here, I will put out a video showing you guys the prize. It's a lockpick set and a practice lock combination. So all you guys got to do to enter that is subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, and comment on any video from this one until we hit 300 subscribers. I will tally up all of the names from this video forward, throw them in the mystery box. The Friday after we hit 300 subscribers, I will pick a winner. So again, thank you guys. Sorry that the package is delayed right now, but I will show you guys once it's here. Now, secondly, I have these envelopes in front of me because we have some sales that I am putting together to ship out tomorrow, Monday. So our Etsy shop is coming along. I am slowly adding more and more sets of bump keys and space and depth keys. It's my weekend and I was spending time with my family. So I am throwing together more sets to put on there. It's just taking some time. And I made the Etsy shop as a way to give back to you guys, because many of my subscribers asked if I could drop a donation link in the description as a way for them to say thank you for some of the things that I've taught them. I originally didn't want to put a donation link and ask for money, but I do have subscribers that wanted to say thank you. So they asked if I could put that link, and those of you who have donated, I appreciate you guys, and that, you know, all of that money from the donations is going to the channel and even to these giveaways. So it will help increase the quality and content that I put out for you guys. And it does help because it's kind of hard to balance a channel, a full-time, business, family, and everything. So I do try my best to put out videos on a regular basis for you guys to help those of you who need the help. So thank you. So I put together the Etsy shop so that way if you wanted to, donate, it's another way that you could receive something in return. You can get yourself a set of bump keys. You can get yourself, I'm going to add more and more stuff as we go. But I just wanted to say, that's why that's there. It's a combination of things. Many of you have asked since I made my bump key video and space and depth key videos if I could make some sets for you guys for sale. So I did throw those up there for sale. So you can go ahead and I will leave links below to where you can donate or where you can check out our Etsy shop. And, I do appreciate the sales so far that have come in. It's all of that money is going back into the channel. So it's just a way for me to say, thank you, and here's something in return for, your donation. So with that said, there is one other thing I'd like to address, and that is the fact that I made a video a few days ago on hardware store keys. It was innocent enough. I just explained the main differences between taking your key to be copied at a hardware store or a kiosk versus a lock shop. So, what I basically was trying to explain is when you take your key to a hardware store or a kiosk, if your key is worn down or the shoulder is worn back or it's bent or twisted, all you're going to do is put that into a machine and receive a duplicated version of a messed up key. Whereas if you take that to a locksmith, he will look at it, know exactly what to look for, put it into a code machine, originate it. If you want 8 or 10 keys, he's going to duplicate an originated key and give you factory cut keys back. This is the reason that, many of you have asked why lock shops charge more than hardware stores. That's why. Hardware stores will not do that. So, last night I was watching a movie, The Ice Road on Netflix. Crazy movie. And I was up late. My wife was working late, so I was waiting up. And I received a comment on that video. And it's from I won't mention them by name, but if you want to go ahead and check out that video, like I said, I'll leave a link up in the corner here. And you can go ahead and check that out. And he basically said that my video, the arguments I make why you should go to a lock shop, holds no merit in an argument against hardware stores. Because he basically says, and you guys can read, it's a pretty lengthy little thread. He says that hardware stores have the exact same equipment as a lock shop. He says that hardware store keys are only off by 1/1000th of an inch, and that's not even a big deal. He said that hardware stores are cheaper because they make no profit, that key duplications are a very non-profitable business. So I responded to him because, a lot of that didn't make sense. He also said that in the same sentence, he also said that the hardware stores are now upgrading to laser cut machines to where they can originate your key even if it's bent or broke or like anything worn down. So it kind of didn't make sense that he's saying there's no profits in it, yet they're all upgrading to very expensive laser cut machines. So I responded to him to explain it. And because he wanted to say that, he also said in there that very little cases people walk into a hardware store and walk out with a bad key. As a locksmith, I see a lot of this. So my video was there to explain what can happen. So because I used mostly house keys and residential keys for that example, I gave him an example of a car key. And I explained, if you're having to wiggle your key to start your ignition, it could be a bad key. One of the biggest calls that I receive from people is I get a call and they say, "Hi, I need a new ignition for my truck." And especially if it's like a Ford or a Chevy, I always have to ask questions like, "What's going on?" They say, I have to wiggle my key to get it to start. I went down to the hardware store, made a key copy. I have a new key now, and it still has to wiggle to start. A lot of people that go to the hardware store to get their keys copied, they think that it's a brand new key coming back. And all it is a copy of your worn down, twisted key. So when you come to a lock shop where that guy thought that he needed an ignition, most of the time, especially on Chevys and GMs, if you have to wiggle the key to start it, it's probably just the key. All you got to do is bring it to a lock shop, will originate it, and it goes back to normal. The commenter, his name rhymes with Bayhem Schmeez here, he said that if there is a problem with the key at a hardware store, it's because the lock is broken. So I basically, as nice as I could, I responded to him. He responded calling me a liar, basically saying that I'm spreading false claims in that video, that I am just basically a biased locksmith is what he's insinuating, and that I'm lying. He says that locksmiths never run across that people never go to the hardware store, almost never go there and have a bad key cut. If he wanted to try and make the argument, like, if you go to the hardware store, buy a new lock, and then get those keys duplicated, yeah, you're going to have a better chance of having a good key cut. I'm talking about when you have a key that you've had for years and you're using it to start your vehicle, or you've used it to unlock your deadbolt for years. Especially if, sometimes people's strikes aren't adjusted correctly and their deadbolt can drag, it causes you to twist your key. That throws off the cuts. When he pointed out that a hardware store is usually off by 1,000th of an inch in, what he said, even if you want to go by that, let's say that you have a worn down key that's off by 2,000ths of an inch and you're having to wiggle it. Now you have one that's off by 3,000ths. So just to kind of show you guys what I'm trying to say. So he came back and he basically said that, the argument holds no merit. So I basically compared it to a 5-star restaurant versus fast food having this argument. I was like, if you want to think about it, you can make this argument. Fast food, places have the same equipment to make burgers. So you're saying that because a fast food place only has like a dollar menu, they make zero profit and they're equally as good as the 5-star restaurant? Like, just as like a joke. Like, I was just trying to get him to see what I'm talking about. And he came back and straight up said that I'm lying, that I am in my own feelings and I have my own beliefs. And he basically, like, that's where it got me kind of mad. Like, I don't care if you have a problem with what I say, you can go ahead and tell me. But if you say that I'm making false claims or that I'm a liar, that's the only reason that I'm even addressing this in this video. I want to defend my channel and my name here. So if you are a locksmith, and I know I have a lot of locksmiths that follow my channel, if you think that I was wrong in any of what I said in that video, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know. Because I've worked at many lock shops, and even today at my own, I am always constantly having to fix hardware store keys and kiosk keys because people don't realize their keys have problems. They think they put it in and it gives them out a brand new factory key. He also said that big box stores make no profit off of keys, and he couldn't believe that I don't know this and that I should talk to people in the industry. That's disrespectful, but the thing is, I just want to let you guys know, I'm trying to make this quick, but towards the end of last year, the beginning of the year, I had my second daughter, and I missed her whole first year of life basically because I was working so much and I was commuting all over the place and I was working at multiple lock shops to help through the pandemic basically. And I took some time off of full-time locksmithing, and I just wanted to have a normal job for a minute to be able to actually spend time with my daughter. I missed my first daughter's, most of her life. She's almost 4 now because I was just working so much. And I started to miss my second daughter's, and I was like, I have to take some time. So I worked as crazy as I could, saved up enough money to be able to go get one of these random jobs here in town, just to be able to come home at a decent time and be able to see them and not have to. Basically, I was leaving before they woke up and I was getting home after they were asleep. So it kind of hurt. So I took some time away, as well as I was recovering from a surgery from having my appendix removed, as it almost killed me. So I have an auto parts store a block away from my house. I went there, they hired me, and they actually brought in a key machine. And they came in to, the guy's point in the comment where he wants to say that box stores are well known. It's a well-known fact that box stores do not make any money off of keys. This key machine that they brought in was over $20,000. And he wants to tell me that they make no money. So if they make no money, why would they spend $20,000 on a machine? They brought this thing in, and opening week, they made $1,200. And when I said that in the comment, he was like, that's not even a lot of money. It's like, you're saying that they make no money. So any money is a lot of money if you make no money. But I live in a rural mountain town, and there was almost no marketing for this key machine. They just brought it in, and it was kind of hiding in a corner of the shop that we didn't even really go to. So that was off just stragglers kind of coming in and noticing it on their way out and asking for keys. And to his other point that he wants to say that these laser cutters originate keys now at the hardware stores, so you don't need to ever go to a locksmith. I had a customer come in and he told me that his key was, he had to wiggle it to get into his Chevy, to start his Chevy. And he came in and I looked at it and I was like, this key is it needs to be originated. And he's like, well, just go ahead and throw it in and we'll see if it works. So I put it in the machine. It duplicates it. He goes out, and he said it was a little bit better, but he still had to wiggle it. I was like, it's a little bit better because this one isn't as twisted, so you're not putting in a twisted key, but it's still going to be off. So I waited till my lunch break. I didn't charge him for the key because it wiggled like that. And I went out and I cut one on my machine in my vehicle, and we went over there to his car, and it started right up. No wiggling. I showed him, like, he almost was ready to come in and buy an ignition, and that's what the store would have done, is try to sell him an ignition. So just to show you guys, just because it's a laser cutting machine doesn't mean it's going to originate you a key. So he basically goes on to just keep attacking me and my character, and he's trying to say that if I was a good locksmith I wouldn't have to sell keys online. Again, I made that as a way to thank you guys for those who want to donate and offer any kind of money in return as a thanks to donate to the channel. It's something to give back to you guys. It goes right back into the channel. Like, I'm not taking it to go pay my rent. Like, it's literally going back as a way to help you guys, because it's hard to balance a channel and a business and a family and everyday life. So I just wanted to bring that up, defend myself there when he calls me a liar and he says that I don't know what I'm talking about. At the end, he also said that I only know a fraction of what he knows about locks and keys. So you guys can go ahead and check out the thread if you guys want to. I just wanted to defend it. I didn't delete the comments, so they're still there as I record this. If they're not there when you see this, he deleted them probably. But just so that way you guys can see, because I don't want you guys just to see his comment and think I am a liar or something, because I know some people don't really go through the thread. I just wanted to address that, bring that up, let you guys know, try to keep it short, but I wanted to defend myself on that. Again, once the package comes in from FedEx, I will show you guys exactly what the price is. I want to end the video here to keep it short-ish, under 20 minutes. But thank you guys for subscribing. Appreciate all of you guys. Go ahead and check out my locksmith versus locksport video. I'll leave the link up in the corner. And basically, it's a long video, but I could probably have just substituted everything in that video with just this comment thread from this guy on that video and made it a lot shorter and got the same point across. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know, if I say something that, if I am wrong on the hardware store issue. But again, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. And I'll see you guys in a future video. Good luck on your jobs out there. I hope you're having a nice day. And I'll see you in the next video.